Welcome. Hi, I'm Mike, and you're on my channel. Surprise. It's just us. For now. I am coming to you today because I want to talk about my 2015 Transformer of the Year, which is, if you haven't watched the video, Unique Toys Ordin. So that's 5 bots combined into one gigantic one, so this is going to be 6 videos. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Unique Toys Ordin, and this is the King of the Gods, is what they call it. And this is O-01 Troll. So this is their homage to Blot. And Blot is he's the most unique of all of these guys. He's not anything. He's just not anything. Abominus is the combined figure. They're the Terracons. If you don't know anything about Transformers and you want to know a little more about these guys, there's actually not a whole lot to know about these guys. They showed up in season 3. They were basically the enemy of Computron for some reason, because they were they showed up at the same time to fight for no reason. Well, they showed up at the same time to fight to sell toys. That's what they're here for. This is their G1 homage. Well, it's their take on Blot, Unique Toys. And Blot wasn't anything. He just was a purple guy who looked like a thing. Like, I don't even know. This, I could say this is a troll. This is pretty good. This is a good looking troll. But I couldn't tell you what the original G1 thing was. It was so unique. It's so weird. Its alt mode is just like, why even bother having one? Because you're not going to blend in anywhere. You're literally just a thing. You got these big hulking arms, which the original one had. But anyway, let's get into this guy, because this is probably my favorite. This is the first to come out, and I fell in love instantly from the time I saw the first pictures of this guy. The plastic quality is fantastic, although on this one, so far I only have problems with this one, the black. The feet down here, the arms back here, and some other places. Any place is black. The plastic there, I don't know, it's kind of getting a little chalky. It's shedding, I suppose. Like, it's fraying, like there's plastic bits that are kind of coming off. And I don't feel like anything's gonna break. I don't have any stress marks or anything. It's not as tidy, I guess, as it once was. So yeah, I do have the Reprolabel set for this guy, and I have it for the whole set. And I highly recommend buying the Reprolabel set for this guy. They kind of tend to be on the plain side, so the Reprolabels add a lot. Most of all, they add the Decepticon logo right there on the nose, which I like. So one of the things that they share in all their beast modes is along the mouth is sort of a drool sticker that kind of go down here where a beard would be if you were a cool guy like me. Just kind of give them a little more kind of a snarly kind of look to them, which I like. That was one of the things I like the add on. Most of the other stickers, like these little guys on top right here, you can see most of them also in the robot mode, and they're just there to accentuate the kind of the plain bits. Let's talk about what he comes with. He is the foot, so he actually comes with the foot, which I like, because a lot of times combiners, especially third-party combiners, the main figure is what comes with all the bits. So this one actually came with the foot, and that's because the foot can kind of become its weapon. This part can come down, the toe. This can lift up, and you have like a rocket pod in there. And if you want to, you can pop this like so, and give him, because in the G1 cartoon and toy, he had guns that kind of came over his back here. So you can kind of do that with this. It's about as close as that gets. The other thing you can do is that the sides of the feet pop off, and there's a gun barrel that turns around. And this makes more sense to do in robot mode because you can hold them. But essentially, I'm not one for putting guns on like alt modes, but you can, if you want to, put the guns on his alt mode. And let's talk about articulation on this guy real quick before we move into transforming him. He is pretty good. His mouth doesn't open, and this is the only one that they made where the mouth doesn't open. And I think Unique Toys heard fans complain about that, and they made all the other ones with opening mouths. I don't know if that was something they were always going to do or not, but this is the only one that lacks it. He has all kinds of arm movement. The elbow is a little hindered because it's actually swapped around. It's supposed to go like that is a bigger movement. He has fingers that move like so. He doesn't have a waist rotation. He has pretty strong ratchets to hold up on these tiny little legs. And that's one of the things I love about this guy. He's got character. He's got big beefy arms. His head is coming out of his chest. And he's got these tiny little feet. And he actually has a skirt, which is, I think it's funny. He's got a skirt. Let's go ahead. Let's get this transformed. First things first, pull back on the backpack. So now we've basically got the entire backpack unhinged and it looks like a mess. The skirt here folds in and the whole thing comes right up. We're gonna take the legs down and I believe, yep, it turns around. Now the robot, the little monster legs here, there's a little hinge, it pulls around and then it comes right up inside. The monster leg just kind of folds up nicely on the side. Then this part right here comes down, flips around, and you have his toe. Let's go ahead and do that again on the other side. So here we have basically just the lower robot half. One thing I did forget to mention, the bottom of his feet, there's actually little heels that come out just to give him some more stability. So don't forget to do that or else he will fall over. The next part's pretty cool. His arms are probably the coolest part of this whole thing. You gotta straighten the back part out. It's all the way back. Open up the side, pull out his robot arm, turn this around, fold it up, and then it pegs in on the side. So we've got his arms like this, so it's very easy just to straighten out, and then he has his robot hands that come right out. So now he has tiny robot hands. So then just to finish it up, the whole monster head kind of comes down. This comes right up, and then this comes in onto the chest. And here we have Troll or Blot in his robot mode. And I absolutely love him. His proportions are great, his colors are great. As soon as I saw this, I was like, yes, I need this. This is the thing that I need in my collection. Let's go over articulation real quick. They all pretty much have the same articulation. His head moves all kinds of ways. It's on a ball joint. His arm moves all kinds of ways. It does move out as well. He has an upper bicep swivel. He has a pretty good double jointed elbow. His wrists move around. So all that's normal. He doesn't have a waist rotation so much as he has like a crotch rotation. And then his ankles don't necessarily tilt, but his toes do. So that it can make it look like he's flat on the ground without actually being flat on the ground. I still have his guns out from before. So as you can see, you can kind of have the guns in his hands, but that's all he comes with. He doesn't come with any extra guns. So I had him with like sort of a big kind of chain gun thing. I thought it was kind of cool because he kind of comes off to me as sort of like the tank or the bruiser of the team that uses like the big guns. So let's talk about his Reprolabels real quick just to get it out of the way. All of the robots, the robot modes have two stickers that I absolutely love. On the side of his arm here is sort of, it's like a tattoo. It's a logo. It's like a double-headed dragon with a Decepticon logo inside. So they all have that logo somewhere on their body, which I like. The other thing they have is on his forearms here, and I'll take pictures of these too to kind of show you if you can't see them. On this side, it has like kanji. Tell that to kanji club. It has like kanji. I don't know what it says. I can't read it. I'm not even gonna pretend to be able to read it. I'm assuming it says something Ordin or maybe his name, Troll. I got no idea. On this side it says O-01, which is his designation for the toy. I kind of liked that they kind of threw that in there. I definitely liked that they threw that in there, not kind of. Foot mode's kind of complicated. It's basically his beast mode stretched out a little bit. So we're gonna unplug these and get his arms folded back in like they came. So when you're getting these in, there's a groove. The groove is in the heart, but it's also right here. And when you plug this in, his shoulder, his robot shoulder, fits right in that groove. So that's how you know if you can fold it up or not. If you fold it up right. You can give him his beast arms in his robot mode if you want to. I quite like the look of it, but it is a little on the silly side. Put away his head. His combiner port is actually just right here. And one of the things I forgot to show you in his beast mode is that his combiner port is just at the top of his head. And it kind of sucks. I wish they could have done something to fix that. So his arms stay folded back. You don't want to fold up the leg just like this. It actually, there's like a separate hinge that snaps off and the whole thing kind of folds up. One of the other things I forget about, underneath his crotch here is actually a little black piece. You'll see it when you have it in hand. And when you pull it down, it actually lines into the 2 holes right here just to keep everything a little more secure. So this right here is a little T-bar, and that just slides right in between the legs. It's harder than it looks. There it is. Okay. So I have everything snapped in together. I've got his skirt pegged into his legs. Now on the arms, they turn around and peg together. And this is Troll as a foot. So here's the thing about combiners. When it comes down to it, this guy is always nothing more than a gigantic foot to me. As cool as his alt mode can be, as cool as his robot mode can be, this is what he's gonna look like on the shelf. Because I want them to be combined. That's what I bought them for. They're combiners. So he's got some good ankle tilt, and then also the foot can kind of tilt up just a little bit, but it is hindered by this. It doesn't move back at all, which kind of sucks, and it doesn't turn anywhere down here, which kind of sucks. I wish it kind of turned at the ankle, at the ankle part here. But other than that, he is a fantastic leg, calf and foot, because this is the knee up. So thank you so much for watching part 1 of 6. Hopefully this is entertaining. I had a lot of fun making it. I absolutely love this figure. He's an integral part of the team, but even if I only had one of them, if I didn't have the whole team, I would still love this figure. I recommend this figure by itself. It's a lot of fun to play with. He looks great in all of his modes. He's not really that hard to transform, but he is fun, I suppose. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the rest. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. See you later. Bye.